Hanging at the fish report. 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 For your latest news in high school sports, tune in to the fish report. Don't need no bed, don't need no pull. When you tune in to the fish report. Hanging at the fish report. Hanging at the fish report. You got Craig and TK and Heather D. Tune in at the fish report.
Coming to you live from Studio F in Russia, Ohio. It's the Fish Report Live Show with your hosts, Craig Fissinger and Ken Francis.
Tune in to the fish report.
Welcome, folks, to another Fish Report Live. I'm Craig Fissinger. That is Ken Francis. Back in our sound room tonight. Of course, TK's back there, and filling in tonight for Heavy D is our high school intern, Brandon Coverman. We like to refer to him as Covey Ken, and good to have him on board tonight.
Yes, it is, Craig. You know, it's great to give these young high school kids opportunities for internships, and we're a better place to start than the Fish Report. Like you said, we got Covey back here tonight, and hope he enjoys the show. I know we're really happy to have him on the show, and he'll do a great job back there with TK.
Yeah, we'll check in with him a little bit later in the show. And Ken, tonight we're going to be talking a lot of postseason high school sports, and we're going to be talking a lot about Lady Tigers tonight.
Yes, we are, Craig. Hard to believe we're into the postseason. We mentioned it last week. Cross-country conference tournaments start this week. Golf wraps up this week. And volleyball tournament draw, that's past us now. So, but yeah, looking forward, Craig, tonight we're going to talk to the veteran coach of the Ohio Heritage Conference, the Lady Big Orange, the West Liberty-Salem Tigers, Ann Vogel. She's been the head coach there for 25 years, Craig. She's got another good team this year, got a great couple front runners, and she's got her team ranked number 16 in the state of Ohio right now. Looking forward to talking to her, as well as Craig, the head coach of the Versailles Lady Tigers. He's got his girls going to state again, Craig, this year. That's Joe Harrmann. He's a district champion this year. Last year they participated in the state meet, finished in 8th place. Anxious to talk to him tonight and see what he has in store for us and what it takes for his Lady Tigers to be successful.
Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year. We're talking postseason sports and talking state tournaments, so can't wait to get to all that. But before we do, just like we do here every week on the show, we have our weekly poll question, and tonight we're talking about good-looking cats.
Yes, we are, Craig. And a lot of Tigers out there, and to our viewers out there, which of these 4 local schools do you feel has the best orange and black cat? Is it the Minster Wildcats, the Jackson Center Wildcats, the Versailles Tigers, or the West Liberty-Salem Tigers? Of those 4 logos, which do you like the best? That's a great trivia question.
That is a great trivia question, or poll question, or whatever we want to call it. But yeah, so if you're watching us out there on the Fish Report Live page, you can scroll down, answer tonight's poll question, and check the results. Of course, if you're watching us on NK Telco or Game Face Ohio, Ken and I will have those results for you at the end of the show. All right, Ken, well, let's get things started. Talking some cross country, and again, conference meets coming up this weekend. The regular season ended this past weekend, and although everybody kind of moves on to the district meet coming up in a couple weeks, there's still a lot of pride there in racing in those conference meets, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, Craig, and we're going to talk about the MAC, the CCC, the OHC, the Shelby County Athletic League. These kids, they train all summer. They all want to make all league. They all want to perform well for their conference tournament. And, all those meets kick off this weekend, Craig, starting Thursday night.
Well, let's make some predictions here. I want to go through each of those conferences that you mentioned, those races coming up here this week. Let's go through each of those and make some predictions. Let's start out with the Midwest Athletic Conference, Ken, being run on Thursday over there at Coldwater. Start out with the boys. Who are you picking, the boys? Who's going to win the boys?
Well, Craig, on the boys' side, I think I'm going to go with the Panthers of Parkway. They've had a good year this year. They're going to be running over there at Coldwater, typically a very fast course. I think the Panthers are going to take control of that race early and go ahead and win that one.
I agree with you, Ken. Good call there. I think Versailles Junior Joe Spitzer is going to win this race. but Parkway sophomore Matt Garkey leads the Panthers to the win. I agree with you on that one. Let's go down to the girls. Who you picking there?
Well, Craig, on the girls' side, I think I'm going to take Mendon Union. Oh, no, wait a second. They're not in the MAC anymore, so I'm going to have to take Minster instead. The Minster Wildcats, a shoe-in, Craig. They're loaded this year. They're absolutely loaded. And, they're ranked number 1 in Ohio for a reason. They win the MAC going away.
Yeah, no surprise there. I think Minster freshman Emma Watke can watch her. She's my favorite to win this race. I think the Minster girls even get a perfect score in this race, a score of 15, because they'll have the top 5 finishers. Going to be fun for Minster fans. Let's move on to the CCC being run on Saturday over there at Covington's Fraternal Order of Eagles Farm. And who you picking on the boys' side?
Greg, a great course over there at Covington. Be proud of that Buccaneers, but in this boys' race, you got to go with the Trailblazers of National Trail. Pretty good team this year, Craig. I think they win it.
Not a name we normally hear over there for winning the conference, but I agree with you, Ken. I think Bethel Jr. Corey Hamlin wins the individual race, but yeah, the combo of Lane Unger and Josh Bishop over there gives National Trail the win. Let's move ahead to the girls. Who you got on the girls' side?
Girls' side, Craig, I think the home team's going to walk away with this one, the Covington Lady Buccaneers. They got a nice girls' team this year, Craig. Our girls team is going to see a lot of Covington here the next couple weeks, and I feel they're definitely a team to be reckoned with, not just in the CCC but also in the district and the regional meets.
Yeah, they're actually my pick for the top team right now in the Southwest region, of course. So I'm picking Covington to win that as well. Look for Bradford sophomore Carmen Knapp to win the race, Ken, even though she doesn't have enough teammates on her to qualify for a team score, but I see her winning that race. All right, Ken, we'll move ahead to the Ohio Heritage Conference being run on Saturday over there in Cedarville. Start out with the boys. Who you got on the boys'
side, Craig? I'm going with West Liberty. I think their boys' teams are pretty solid this year. They typically have a very good team on the boys' and girls' side both. Take the boys to win that race.
Yeah, I think West Liberty wins easy on the boys' side, Ken. I'm looking forward to the individual battle. Couple juniors over there, Logan Brown from Northeastern and Nick Williams from West Liberty-Salem. Both those guys running in the mid-16 right now. Should be a good battle. Let's move ahead to the girls. Who you got on the girls' side?
Girls' side, Craig, West Liberty. We're going to have their head coach on the phone with us here just a little bit, and she's got a nice team this year. They've really improved throughout the season. Look for the Lady Tigers to walk away with the OHC championship.
Yeah, I think West Liberty sweeps in this, the boys and girls race. Another great individual battle in this race, only this time between a couple teammates. I think junior Reagan Bileski and freshman Grace Adams from West Liberty going to duke this one out for the individual title. And last but not least, our favorite conference, the Shelby County Athletic League, being run over there at White Oaks in Fort Laramie. Who you got on the boys' side?
Well, Craig, a lot of good Shelby County League boys teams this year, a lot of balance, but the best of them all is the Fort Laramie Redskins. They've been ranked pretty high in the state of Ohio all year. Look for their balance. They got a pretty deep team over there, and look for the Redskins to walk away with the team championship.
I think this one might be closer than folks might think, considering this is a small meet. I think Laramie goes 1-2-3 with Rathan and the Ballas brothers, but Anna might surprise if senior Lucas Huber and his teammates have a great day. So we'll look forward to watching that race. And last but not least, the SCAL girls.
The girls squad, Greg, look for our Russia Raiders to capture that championship. They've had a good year this year. They run a 1-5 split, Craig, last week. I think it was less than 40 seconds. Very impressive. They pack it together very well. That's what it takes this time of year, Craig, and I think the Raiders will win the championship.
Yeah, both Russia and Laramie battling a couple injuries right now in their top 5, but I think Russia pulls this one out. As far as the individual battle goes, Paige Rathman, the only girl in the SCAL right now to run a sub-20, so I look for her to have a good day on her home course.
Right.
Okay, those are our conference meet picks, and we'll see if all those come true after the weekend is over. We spoke about the OHC and West Liberty possibly sweeping the boys and girls side. Of course, you mentioned the coach of the girls is longtime coach Ann Vogel over there for the Lady Tigers, or the Big Orange as we like to call them. Happy to have her live on the phone right now. Coach Vogel, welcome to Fish Report Live, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, Craig and Ken. Thanks for having me.
Well, listen, it feels like Ken and I just happened to see you here recently, you know?
You did. Saturday night?
That's right. We actually got over. I got to tell our viewers, we got over there to actually went to Bell Fountain, and your husband threw one heck of a birthday party for you there at the Holland Theater in Bell Fountain, and a
lot of fun.
Yeah, that place was gorgeous, and I was told at one time they were getting ready to tear that place down, and I can't believe it because it was so it's such a neat place. But what's the scoop behind the Holland Theater there?
It's a great place. It was, I think, built in 1931, and It's the only Dutch atmospheric theater in the United States. And when I was a kid, it was a movie theater. It started out just being a one-screen movie theater. Then they had 5 screens, and then it shut down, and the movie theater moved out to a kind of a strip mall, and some just people in the community, came together and started restoring it, and now we have just great concerts there. Almost every other week we have local theater there with, even a girl on my team is really involved in local theater there at the Holland, and it's just a great place in our community. We're really thankful to have it.
Yeah, for our viewers out there, if there's any reason to get over to Bell Fountain, I recommend that you get over to the Holland Theater. It's definitely worth visiting, and it's a very neat place. But, Coach, listen, let's talk some cross-country here. And Ken and I just went over our conference picks, and I got to admit, I'm a little embarrassed because back at the beginning of the season, you weren't even on my radar. I didn't have your girls on my radar as far as one of the better teams in the Southwest region. Here we are picking you now to win the OHC. Again, you're one of my top teams in the Southwest region. And, I know you still got to run the races, Coach, but did you expect this kind of thing at the beginning of the season? Or, what did you think about this team when the season started?
Well, I knew we would be stronger than we have been the last few years. We had a really strong freshman class coming in, and then we had another added surprise. We had a young lady named Kiana Reams, who's been a volleyball player. Her little brother was running middle school, and she came up to me one day this summer and asked if she could try out for the team, and she's just been a great asset. I mean, never ran before, never did track, and she's just been a big contributor to our team, and we just have some really great chemistry. We've definitely exceeded expectations. I know there's talk in the next couple of years that that we'll be strong, and the girls this year, they've really just impressed me every meet, and every time I think, oh, is this for real? They keep proving to me that it is. So we're really excited.
Coach, hi, this is Ken. Last week you ran your last regular season meet, the Anna Invitational. And one of your top runners there, Reagan Boleski, did not run. Was this kind of a planned rest day, or was she having some an injury issue there that you can tell us about?
She has a mild and very mild groin strain, and we just decided to play it safe with conference and the district meet coming up. I think she could have ran it and run it and been just fine, but we just held her out to be safe, and she's had great workouts this week, so we're feeling pretty confident she'll be back full strength for the conference race.
Coach, during that race on Saturday on Anna, you had a freshman by the name of Grace Adams, really ran a phenomenal race. As a matter of fact, she ran a 19:16, which happened to be a freshman record. Well, you've had some really good freshman runners over there at West Liberty in the past years. What do you feel about Grace's possible potential, and what makes her so special, and how has she improved?
Well, Grace comes from a running family. Her brothers Alex and Joey were runners, and funny you guys asked me this because I was just talking to our middle school coach Aaron Locke about Grace yesterday at practice. Based on what she did in middle school, I was hoping she could crack into the 19s this year, maybe even go 1940, but to go 1916 is just unbelievable. She's just adjusted so well to the extra mileage and the training that we do a little differently in high school. And she's a hard worker, and I think she'll credit a lot of her success to her training partner Reagan Boleski. Those two have fed off each other all year, and it's definitely helped her. But she's a gutsy gal when she's out there running, and I think that is a big tribute to why she's doing so well right now.
Well, I agree with that, Coach. I've been around cross-country myself a long time, and when you have a couple fast girls on the same team together, they can really push each other and help each other improve times, not only in meets but in practice, which is beneficial down the road. So
yeah, I agree, definitely.
Let's talk a little bit about the conference meet. Craig and I talked previously about it, who we predict. How important is the OHC to your Big Orange, or is it just another meet and you're looking more towards the district and regional?
Of course, we always want to win conference titles. It's important, but historically, the OHC has not been very strong in cross country, and there's been years that we've even struggled to have 4 full teams, compete at the conference championship. But this year, we're really excited. There's 7 full teams competing, so I think it'll be a little more competitive. There's a couple girls from Catholic Central sisters, Engel sisters, that are very good runners. So I think it'll be a different meet this year. And the other thing this year, we've had the conference meet at Cedarville. We had it there quite a bit in the past, then took a break, and then we had it again there last year. But this year it'll be at Cedarville University, which is our district course. So it'll be a good test for us just to, be on that course and get a feel for that course going into the district meet next week.
All right, Coach. Hey, good stuff. One more thing before we let you go. I want to apologize to all the people over there in Logan County for Ken and I at your party last Saturday. Ken and I were running around like a couple kids, and we were rubbing shoulders with some big orange legends over there, and Earl Zillis and Corey Frost. Of course, they were part of those great teams back in the 70s. I think we bugged Mechanicsburg's assistant football coach, Aaron Wynn, I believe, about a future interview with Mechanicsburg. And then after we left your party, we went down to a restaurant that served some cold drinks, and we talked to Randy Schmitz, who happens to be Fort Laramie's assistant volleyball coach. Ran into him, and he wondered what the heck we were doing in Bell Fountain, but he's from Bell Fountain. And I just hope there's not any wanted posters hanging on the telephone poles around Logan County there with Ken and I's picture on it.
Not at all. You guys were the life of the party, and I was so thankful you guys could be there, and it definitely made it fun, having Earl and Corey there. They're, like you said, they're legends, and some other great sports people were there. And the fact that you went to Brew Fountain and ran into Randy, too. Neat.
Yes.
So glad you guys could come. And no posters, no wanted posters for you guys over this area.
Well, that's good, Coach. We had a great time. And, again, thanks for being part of our show tonight. Looking forward to seeing you in the postseason, and best of luck to your Lady Tigers, the Big Orange.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Coach. All right, that was the head coach of the West Liberty-Salem Tigers, or the Big Orange, Ann Vogel. Always good to have her on the show, Ken. She's been a guest on our show for many years, and always fun to talk to.
Yes, she is, Craig. Does a great job with the program over there. And again, she's got some good young talent and building the program back up.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for the first half of our show. We're going to take a short break, but stay right there. We're going to talk some more Lady Tigers, this time golf, with Versailles coach Joe Harmon.
Stage at the leaving van. Music starts at 8 o'clock. You can find us here every Wednesday night. It's usually the same cats every week, but I can't tell you all their names. Teacher, cat, and a junkie, all waiting for time to play. Everybody here's got something that we're trying to leave behind. We're all a little broken, looking for a place to hide. Get no answers, don't ask any questions. We're all here just looking for a high. Yeah, we're all beautifully broken here tonight.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of Fish Report Live. Before the break, we were talking Lady Tigers cross country. Ken, now we're going to talk a little Lady Tigers golf, only this time with Versailles. And, we talked to our next guest here last year about this time. That's because he took the Lady Tigers of Versailles to state. Guess what? We're talking to him again tonight because he's back at it again.
Going to state again, Craig. Coach Joe Harmon of Versailles has done a great job with the girls golf program over there, Craig. He's actually taken the Lady Tigers to the state golf match now 4 of the 5 years. Keep in mind, there's only 2 divisions in golf, so this is an extremely big feat. And they're the only other MAC school to ever go to state in girls golf was the Minster Wildcats back in 2002. And last year, Craig, they finished in 8th place, which is the highest finish ever for a MAC school. So again, 4 out of the last 5 years, very impressive for Coach Harmon and his Versailles Tigers. Really looking forward to talking to him tonight on the show.
Yeah, we're happy to have him live on the phone right now. Ken, he is the head coach of the Versailles Lady Tigers, Joe Harmon. Coach, welcome to Fish Report Live, and thanks for joining us.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Hey, listen,
Absolutely.
Ken and I were just reading off an impressive list of accomplishments for this Versailles program. It's almost unbelievable, Coach, that you've been going to state the program's been going to state 4 of the last 5 years, and the only other MAC school to even go there was Minster all the way back in 2002. How do you explain that this recent or this 5-year run that the Versailles has had in girls golf?
Sure. I guess it probably starts back with Coach Olwine. Vicky, who was there before me, I think she kind of set a precedent and, had the girls interested at a younger age and, just started having some success and stuff. And I don't know, I guess that just carried over. And, from her setting that expectation now to me coming in and, being the head coach, and my expectations are high. We set some lofty goals at the beginning of the season, which makes us prepare well, I think, overall. And so the girls, really get into it, and they're doing it at a young age. And the bottom line, I think the kids, they've got great work ethics. They work hard all the time. And all of that, it kind of translates into that success that we've had, for the past, 4 or 5 years here. And luckily it's just paid off in state runs, and which is, great for the girls. It's great for the program. It's great for the school and community. The girls all have, I've been really fortunate over the past couple of years, great supportive parents, a lot of dads and moms who play the game as well, work with the girls before they get to high school, kind of teach them the concepts of the game, and that all goes into, all of that stuff, and just having a great school and community who's supportive as well.
All right, well, I want to go back to your district championship here briefly, just the other week, and that was the first district title for girls golf in Versailles school history. I believe your previous highest finished coach was third from what I read. So how exciting was that district championship for your girls, or did they expect that going into that match?
Yeah, it was just awesome. But to answer your question, did they expect it? I don't, you never really expect anything, because as soon as you do that, any coach or athlete or anybody will tell you, as soon as you start expecting something, you're probably going to get beat, and you don't look past people, and that's why you play the game, see who's better, and, who wants it more. But the girls, we thought we had a pretty solid chance, maybe not necessarily to win it, but we thought we had a pretty solid chance of qualifying for state again. And you guys know who's there. You got all the big names, Chaminade, Julianne, Alter, Carroll, all these big name schools who are down there who have very good golf programs. And, we were just really, our goal was to get back to state, whether that meant a 3 finish, a 2 finish, or a 1 finish. And, they were ecstatic when the news came in. I just told them, you gotta do what we worked on the whole year, which was, baby steps, hit one shot at a hole, one shot at a time, play one hole at a time. And if you just do that consistently over the course of 18 holes, you're going to have a pretty good score when you come in. And we all did that, and we all had, fantastic scores, which ended up being a great team score and ended up winning it for us. And they were ecstatic. Like I said, it's never been done in school or program history. And so it was phenomenal for them, and they got to be a part of history, which was cool.
Well, Coach, congratulations on that. This is Ken. We mentioned earlier in the show, last year you took the team to state also. You finished 8th place overall. So what's your goal going into this year? After winning that district meet or district golf match, is it a 7th, 6th, top 5, top 4? Where do you feel the Lady Tigers could finish?
Well, the ultimate goal is, win the dang thing. Put some bling on the finger, hopefully, when we come back. But, realistically, I think we have a shot. If we play well. But again, I'm going to go back to what we stress all year, and that's just personal best. Control what you can control. Do your best that day. Do a personal best, and if you do that, I like our chances, and I like where we're going to finish. And we did that last year in the second day, or I should say over the course of the 2 days. Several of the girls had their personal best for the year. Which in those conditions, that type of atmosphere, and on such a tough golf course, to have your personal best, that obviously says a lot. So if we do some more of that, I like where we're going to be sitting come Saturday evening. And hopefully we improve upon that 8th place finish and get 7 or lower. And but hey, it'd be great to bring a ring home.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about your individual players. 4 of your girls were at the state last year, so that experience obviously brings a lot of benefit to your Lady Tiger squad. You're bringing a rookie with you this year, and that's Anna Groff. She's had a phenomenal year for you as well. But how does this experience play into this year? What benefits can you take with you to Columbus on that? And that being said, are you playing the same course this year as you played last year, or what's the setting going to be like?
Yeah, we're going to be on the gray course again, which is the one we played last year. They normally send the girls on the gray and the boys on the scarlet. And as far as experience, it's huge. We've got, like you said, 4 of the 5 played it last year. Anna's the only rookie who's never seen it before. And I don't really know how to explain it for people who haven't been there. It's just a totally different atmosphere for high school golf. I mean, you're so used to your general dual matches and your small tournaments and stuff are a lot more laid back. I mean, when you get up there, there's so many people around, and there's just this buzz. And if you've ever been to like a pro tournament, everybody's walking everywhere, and it almost feels like that. And so for them to have experienced all of that, seen the course, the layout, all the buzz around the clubhouse, really all the distractions. There's just so many things going on. For 4 of them to not, have to worry about that all being brand new, I think that's a huge advantage. And then obviously Anna's going to have the support from her teammates to kind of help her through that process. And another great benefit with us winning the district is on Friday we get to go off of tee number 1 since we were the district champions. So we get a little bit later tee time, and we get to go off of tee number 1, which makes it a little easier. If you've ever been up there before, it's kind of hectic and crazy getting around and stuff. So that's kind of a nice thing that they get to play it in the right order, at least on the first day.
All right, Coach. Hey, listen, one more question before we let you go. And I know your season isn't quite over yet, and you still got some memories to make. But Ken and I have talked to a lot of athletes, coaches on this show over the years, and that have been to state tournaments in different sports. And, we'll ask them what their memories are. And it's funny because a lot of them don't even mention the state tournament. They'll mention memories from the season, wins during the season, community support. I want to ask you, I know it's not over yet, but what kind of memories from this season are you going to take with you after this is all over?
Yeah, I certainly would. I'm going to take all the wins. I'm going to take the state run, certainly the MAC championship and the sectional championship in the district, and, all those great things. But I think more what I'm going to take with me and the things that I'll look back on and really remember are just, a lot of the things that don't even have to do with golf, just the laughs with the team, the good times, you have in the van, and you're talking about different things and all the different, things that you talk about during the course of a season. A lot of the things that may have been golf moments or maybe just a life lesson. I try to incorporate a lot of different things into coaching, and it's not just always about golf. And so, I think a lot of those things I'm going to remember. Another great memories today was the send-off at school. They did a great job, class act all the way. Mrs. Rhonda Stahman, the band director, and the band did a great walkthrough, and just remembering things like that, the little extras and all the stuff that goes with the whole run in and of itself. I can't pick one. There's just too many. I guess I could write a book on all the memories you have throughout a season.
Well, Coach, listen, that's great stuff. Best of luck to you and your Lady Tigers this weekend, and like you said, I hope everything falls right. I hope the stars are all lined up for you guys this weekend, and bring home the bling and go for the gold.
All right, sounds good, guys. Thanks for the call, and hopefully we bring it back down here to Tiger Town.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that was the head coach of the Versailles Lady Tigers, Joe Harmon, Ken, and good stuff. We'll be rooting for him back here in Shelby County.
Yeah, he's got a nice set of golfers there, Craig. It's he's got a lot of kids that shoot in the mid 80s, low 90s, and if he gets 2 good rounds on both of them, and have somebody throw in a couple surprising low scores, who knows? They could win it.
I agree. All right, let's quickly go back to the sound room and check in with the guys back there. Of course, TK's back there, and our high school intern, Covey. Want to check in with Covey back there, and how's TK been treating you back there, Covey?
He's been treating me pretty good, I guess. Better than I expected, I guess.
All right, well, listen, we go back to the sound room every week on this show, and one thing we like to do is always check in on what else is happening in the wide world of sports. I understand you have some volleyball news.
Yes. While the SEAL wrapped up its league on Tuesday night, Jackson Center finished a perfect 12-0 in league. And the people over in the MAC are still finishing up as well. Marion and Versailles are the only 2 teams left undefeated in league at 8-0. Marion finishes their season Thursday night as they host 6-2 Coldwater. And Versailles wraps up their season on Thursday by traveling to last place Delphus St. John's. Should be a good MAC battle.
Yeah, so Marion and Versailles battling for the MAC. Anxious to see how that all shakes out on Thursday. And anything else back there, Covey?
Yes. Also, speaking of the SCAL, we want to send out congratulations to my classmate, Whitney Plyman. She, who ended the regular season last night, she set 2 records for season digs and career digs. And she still has a lot of games left. 1 more year. She's only a junior.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. So, you got anything else back there for us, Covey, or not?
I want to give a shout-out to the St. Remy Youth Group, and I'd like to also give a shout-out to you guys for letting me do this. This is a good experience.
All right. Well, I'm glad you were able to work us in tonight. I know you're a busy guy, and also want to congratulate Covey. He set a record last week, didn't he, Craig?
I heard about this.
He set a Shelby County Athletic League Academia record by answering a question on how many words?
I think just 1.
1 word. 1 word, Covey knew the answer. So congratulations, Covey, and you did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
We might get into that. We might have a little contest on here on future shows, maybe. We'll get into it.
Maybe we will.
All
So
right.
that record will never be broken.
Let's swing it over to TK real quick. And I know TK's been busy on the running circuit. Actually ran a half marathon this past weekend, and he's running one again this weekend. So TK, what does that qualify then for a full marathon? What's the deal with that?
I believe it does. I think the rule is within 7 days, if you run 26.2 miles, it is considered a marathon. So I will.
I think we got picture proof of this one from last weekend. There we go. There's TK.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Dayton River Corridor Classic. I think we've talked about it before. The 40th anniversary this year, so I had to go back down there and run. And then again, I will run next week, or actually this coming Sunday, in Columbus. I was supposed to run with my oldest daughter, but she developed a stress fracture, so I think I might be picking you up, Craig, and the 2 of us might be running a half marathon
I was
Sunday
told
morning.
I was going to be running this weekend, so that ought to be interesting.
You'll
But,
do just fine.
All right, we'll give it a shot. One more thing to get to tonight, guys, and we got to wrap it up, and that is tonight's poll question. So let's why don't you read that to our viewers real quick, Ken, and we'll have TK give us the results.
Which of these 4 cats, these 4 local cat teams, has the best logo? Is it the Minster Wildcats, the Jackson Center Tigers, the Versailles Tigers, or the West Liberty-Salem Tigers? TK, what's our telemetrics got going back there?
Well, I think Coach Vogel may have got her team to stuff the ballot box because West Liberty-Salem wins it with 73% of the vote tonight with their exciting paw print.
How about that? We got the OHC's tuning in tonight.
Hey,
That's
all
always
right.
good.
It's a nice logo. I got to agree with them.
Good stuff. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. I do want to say special thanks to our guests tonight, Ann Vogel and Joe Harmon. Ken and I and the crew will all be back again next week. Same time, same place. Until then, have a great rest of the week, and good night, everyone.
Hanging at the fishing pond, hanging at the fishing pond, hanging at the fishing pond, hanging at the fishing pond. For your latest news and high school sports, tune in to the fishing pond. Don't need no bed, don't need no pole when you tune in to the fishing pond. Hanging